on Fox 5's Like It or Not.
Ariel, listen to me. The human world, it's a mess.
Controversy over Disney's live action The Little Mermaid. Not everyone is thrilled with the actress taking on the role of Ariel. The pressure of sharing your life on social media has now sparked the rise of Finsta accounts.
When I get that feeling, I won't set you feeling.
Or not. Meet the women who won't do the deed unless their husbands do the chores. Fox 5's Like It or Not starts now. Well, that's a Friday Night Tease. Here we are, Tim, Nick.
We love that.
Switching things up a little bit. We have excommunicated you just for today, Tim. Don't take it
You don't want me
personally,
sitting next to you. I get it. It's fine.
Okay. I hear you don't wear deodorant, so we
I
don't
don't.
want to make it times 2 here. Anyways, we're going to fire up Like It or Not tonight with our fourth chair guest. Who's coming out? It is our good friend of the show, Stacey Rusch.
Hi, guys.
Hey there.
Hey, gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love the new look.
Thank you.
All right. Well, here we are. It is Friday. Let's fire it up. All right. You might have actually seen this viral video of a woman licking a tub of Bluebell ice cream at a store and then putting it right back where she found it inside that ice box. Well, she may have gone viral, but now she's facing some serious criminal charges that could actually put her behind bars for up to 20 years. So, also facing a fine of up to $10,000. The video has now been traced to a Walmart store in Lufkin, Texas, and police believe that they've now identified the licker. In Texas, tampering with a consumer product is a second-degree felony. Ice-cold punishment, Nick, like it or not.
I like it. Lock her up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think everything that she did.
Wow.
was wrong.
Yes.
Unanimous.
And if she has children, I'd like a visit from DCFS.
Oh.
I think that whoever thinks this is funny, I felt the same way when Ariana Grande did that with the donuts. And I just thought it was so disgusting. And I'm thinking maybe there's a mental deficiency, then we can afford some type of leniency. But I don't know who thinks it's funny to lick that. It's just absolutely disgusting. I have no sympathy.
20 years?
Why not?
19
Why
and a
not?
half.
Why not?
Yeah,
I
set
mean,
a precedent, set the tone for other people who even consider this. It's awful.
And I think that's what it's about, right? I mean, this hopefully doesn't happen too often, but if it does, when you set a sentence or at least a minimum, or you're looking at 20 years
Marina,
behind
we're
bars.
doing it for the gram. She totally did
That's
that
true.
for her friend too.
Yeah.
It wasn't
And there have been a few more people who've done this already, and I've seen a couple other videos
It's
of
the
people.
copycats.
Yeah, absolutely, and also like just different products and things like that. This needs to be punished immediately. It's got to be stopped. And also, like I like Bluebell ice cream. I'm from Texas. It's a Texas thing. There needs to be a protective seal on ice cream so that people can't.
So what they were saying is that apparently they do this thing where the lid is attached to the ice cream, and somehow when the consumer opens it, you know that it's been tampered with or not. Obviously, you'd find yourself
It,
with
like,
somebody else's
puffs up,
saliva
so
here.
you wouldn't-
Unfortunately, you probably wouldn't know. That's disgusting.
Right.
And they said that
But-
they found the container that the woman licked just for that reason.
I wonder if they're going to like DNA test it to prove that it was her in court, because everything's alleged and she'll have a good defense.
I mean, they have the video. What else do you need? It doesn't even
she's
matter
on
if they have the
surveillance
right
video. She
ice
posted
cream.
it onto social media herself. I mean,
And she
that's kind
tagged herself. Marina, who is this woman?
not very smart.
Thirsty.
All right, time now to step into the lion's den with a trending topic about Disney's live-action Little Mermaid.
Hey guys, Demetra Rice here, and I just want to chat about this hashtag, not my Ariel. So the Little Mermaid is being redone in a live action form, but the mermaid this time is African American. She looks much like me. And there's this whole racial firestorm, and people are upset. I think it teaches young kids to look at color and not the content of get to know the person. Like, what is wrong with a little brown Ariel? Like it or not.
Anybody have a first take on this?
I mean, the people that are starting this hashtag, these are the same people who have a problem with the Black Santa Claus. It's ridiculous. Ariel is a mermaid. Newsflash, it's not real.
Fictional,
okay,
right?
so calm down.
Do you remember when Megyn Kelly said that Santa Claus was white?
I do, and it was
that was like
absurd.
strike one on her career when she did that, by the way. Who cares? As long as the seashells fit, it's fine.
And I think what this, it really is important for little black girls. This is going to shatter stereotypes about black hair, about black people and swimming. This is so wonderful for little black girls. I love this.
I can't believe you said it would shatter the stereotype of black people and swimming.
Well, the stereotype that people think that black people don't swim. It's a stereotype. Am I right?
And part of it, stereotypes partly are based in some truth. I have many African American friends who do not swim. I think one of the reasons I do is because we did in high school. In my school, we had a pool, and then in the military, we had to swim. So I am a swimmer. But I'll tell you something else, Stacey. You touched on it. I think images matter. I remember how much of an impact The Wiz had on me when I saw Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, and I remember coming home telling my mom, I said, Mom, there was only one white woman in it. And it turns out it was Lena Horne. I had never seen someone that. So my mother educated me on that. Those images matter, and they have an impact. That person who sees that.
My only problem that I would have with this is if they go full like woke social justice warrior marketing on this and like beat the drum on it.
Right.
Diversity can just happen, and it can be a good movie.
Ariel, Disney, it seems like they've taken a little bit. They've been late to the game on this.
Yeah.
Right. The last Disney princess was in 2009.
Right, but the next one will be wearing a
The last African American, excuse me, the last black Disney princess was 2009.
Yeah, the next one will be wearing a dashiki. She will.
We'll have to see. All right, from the backlash to the new Little Mermaid to the rise of Finsta accounts. Producer Dominique in the control room with that. Hey, Dom.
Hey guys, so Finsta accounts are like fake or secret accounts that a lot of people are using to manage who sees what. With the pressure to kind of share everything on social media, a lot of people are just trying to manage that. And fellas, if you make your girlfriend angry, please make sure she doesn't have your credit card. A Florida man unfortunately learned that the hard way, and actually, going off my little rant here, Netflix needs a series called Florida Man because every crazy story starts with Florida Man.
Seriously?
Anyway, we have details on why his girlfriend left a $5,000 tip on a $55 bill. When FOX5's Like It or Not returns.
She be twerking the tunchi for them paychecks. She tap my name on her booty, you know her face next. I'm throwing up the racks like some quarterbacks.
Welcome back to FOX5's Like It or Not. We're all told that it's okay to be ourselves, but when it comes to social media, not everyone feels that way. Producer Dominique in the control room with this story.
Hey guys, so a study done by Business Insider found that Instagram is the most popular app among young people. But because of that, the average young person actually has 3 Instagrams or Finstas. And it's because they want to manage their online presence. So one of their accounts is for coworkers. You know, your coworkers always like, what's your Instagram? And you kind of don't want to give it to them. The second one is for your family members. And the last one is for your friends, where you can post like all the ratchetness. So I don't know. I was taught that if you can't post it for everyone to see, then don't post it at all. Plus, I don't even have time to manage one account. I don't know how I could even manage 3 accounts, so I don't know what you guys think. Like,
I think that's so wise. If you can't post it out there and you're like, I don't want this person to see it, then don't post it at all. You're going to save yourself a big problem. But these kids, how many do you have?
Well, you know, I have one for my tasteful nudes of myself, and then I have one for my jokes, and then one for my tweets that I screen grab and then put up. So you got to keep them separate. Okay. You know, it's fine. I don't want to mix it.
Right?
I have different businesses to run. I don't like to mix them.
There you go. I am of the same mindset with you, Marina and Dominique. I've had a philosophy from day one. If I can't share it in front of my church and my congregation and my mother, there's no reason for it to be posted, period.
Time out. I've seen your Instagram.
Yeah,
and there have been some shirtless selfies after working out.
That's okay.
That's because
we just go there.
That's because the brother was 310, and he's having to leave some of that bread and butter behind.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just.
You take that to church, Tim.
Absolutely. Hallelujah. Okay, that's a reason to give a testimony. Okay.
I think this is great for young people who, we always hear these stories about, kids posting things and they live to regret it 10 years later, or they're applying for a job and they shouldn't have posted something crazy. So this is great. It teaches them to keep things in their place. Keep your social life on this particular page. Keep it nice and classy for your business page and so on. I think it's a great idea.
And we've seen so many people learn these hard lessons by posting what should have never been out there.
Right.
And unfortunately, this generation's kind of the beta generation that's going to see their entire life from basically birth online. I'm not sure they're going to figure it out until way later in life.
To be honest with you, and not to go back to the nude thing, it was a joke earlier, but I think we've reached the point, starting with Anthony Weiner, that every politician going forward probably will have some sort of nude selfie or some sort of some weird
Something
picture of
that's gonna
themselves.
come up
Yes.
unearthed. Yeah, well, that's also hackers. Hello.
Yeah,
Not that easy
absolutely.
to get into people's phones.
I completely agree. And I think that the better lesson is not to have 3 accounts, but to manage what you put online to begin with so that you only have to worry about that one.
Or just keep it really private.
Yep.
All right, Channing Tatum, apparently, he's filed a restraining order against alleged stalker who now broke into his house. This is not the first time, by the way, and this last time slept there for 10 days. We've got that next on Fox 5's Like It or Not. We are back on Fox 5's Like It or Not with, what a day. A distinction we're giving to actor Channing Tatum. He filed a restraining order against a woman who broke into his house and slept there for 10 days. Channing not home at the time, but his assistant reportedly staged a citizen arrest upon finding that woman. She told cops that Channing invited her to his house. This isn't the first time at Tatum residence. She showed up twice last November, staying for 5 hours, even left him a letter. Acting a little too late, Tim. Like it or not?
I don't know how you stay in someone's house for 10 days with like modern technology and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah, and the assistant who's probably and the cleaning people who come in, like she had to be pretty stealthy about this. But she's crazy. This is
She was sleeping under the bed is what happened.
Right.
Yeah, this is incredibly scary, and I'm glad that he's doing something about this. But I think a lot of celebrities have this problem. I mean, you guys probably have stalkers, right? I mean, like you guys are all. I've had
do not wish, but
No, I've been stalked. Actually, it's the worst.
I'd like a taste to just know how bad, you know, and I not to make light of it, but there is a part of me that find this kind of, you know, interesting that
it is not interesting. You have no idea what you're talking about.
So.
But I mean, he has a daughter that, you know, he's sharing custody with, so I think that that's just, it's really scary.
Someone
to think that someone would invade his
is
privacy.
doing this and is legitimately thinking that there's some sort of relationship there, you cannot account for what will be their next step. And I think that's the scariest part about a situation like that, because you never know what they're going to do next.
That totally makes sense, yeah.
So to be honest, my family has been stalked before. We've had threats. There's been lots of things, especially now that even now with social media building up, I get a lot of threats because I lean right on politically. And that's pretty scary because it only takes one person to act. So this is really creepy. And again, like, how does someone stay in somebody's house for 10 days?
That's crazy. What happened to your Ring camera, Channing?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got one.
Right.
And it's funny, I know when something's been moved in my kitchen.
Oh, me too.
Like, wait a minute, that knife wasn't there.
You ever
I'm like, who drank out of this cup?
I always move something that I think may get moved and then see if it gets moved.
Oh, so you're a little paranoid.
Maybe.
You may just be checking for ghosts, too. That's like another thing.
Could be, but hey, it's worked so far.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's modern technology for you. All right, a Georgia man having apparently the best day ever after a viral post meant to shame him actually worked in his favor. A woman posted a photo of the man sleeping inside of a McDonald's and shamed the restaurant for not taking action. But shortly after her post went viral, it was revealed that the man was homeless and just actually resting in between his shifts. He spoke to media outlets and said that he's had a rough time since his mom has died, and the post really hurt him. People heard his story. They came together. They got him a hotel room, a car, and supplies for his son. The woman who actually posted the photo met up with him and apologized. Stacey, when going viral actually turns out for the best.
Like it. Isn't this a great story? First of all, I don't think it was her intention to shame him, but she did. And I think that in meeting him and apologizing, I just think that really, it shows us to be more compassionate and to not judge a situation, but to look at the people in the situation. So I'm proud of her for apologizing, and I'm really proud of the community for helping him in the way that they did. It really is a lovely story.
It's okay to make a mistake, and it's even better when you own up to that mistake.
Yes.
And take responsibility for it, and that's exactly what she did in this situation. I loved everything about this story because I also think whereas her intention may not have been to shame,
yes.
I think that we need to think about the things that we're doing. Like, what is the purpose behind posting this picture? Because if I see this guy doing this, I'm not doing it to edify his soul in some way. I'm doing it because I want people to say, oh, look what they're allowing to happen at this McDonald's.
Right.
Well, it turned around, she said, ooh, I didn't know that was the situation. I didn't mean it that way to embarrass him. I meant to embarrass the restaurant for allowing this to happen. And I apologize. Things went forward.
Now, first of all, her intention was to shame that guy. Like, there was no doubt in my mind. Yeah, she took a picture of him and said, here he's asleep at the McDonald's during his work shift or whatever. It was very negative what she was trying to do.
Right.
It turned out well for him, but that was a pretty bad situation she could have put him in. What if he would have lost his job because of that? That would have been absolutely horrible. Luckily, she did apologize, but I think the moral of the story is you don't know what people are going through when you take a picture of them in public, and this is a good example of, like, this guy was really working. He's working 2 shifts trying to make it out of homelessness, and
he was taking care of his son.
What I am curious about, without really having seen much of the story, this woman or this man, how come she wasn't vilified as much as we've seen other people who have done this, have apologized, and yet they're completely mobbed by the internet?
It's because people look down on McDonald's workers. I think that's what it is.
And also, she posted it in a private Facebook group. It was a private post. I don't know how it was revealed, but it was private.
So do you think had it been on a Twitter feed, then maybe
I think it would have been different. It was just something that was for her a few friends.
And I go back to, I think what also saved her, Marina, is that she owned it. She didn't act like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. I'm going to meet this guy. I'm going to apologize.
And I love that.
I'm going to own this. And I think that saved her, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, moving on to which is what some people are now saying after a man in Florida learned a hard lesson about women and revenge. Serena Wolf arrested and charged with grand theft over $5,000 tip that she left a waitress using her boyfriend's credit card. Wolf reportedly angry that her boyfriend wouldn't buy her a plane ticket to go home to New York. At first, he put a hold on that credit card knowing that she had it, but eventually he lifted it. He did report the charge as fraud, but the waitress already cashing that $5,000 out for the tip. Expensive revenge, Nick, like it or not.
I don't like it when anybody does anything bad like this, and I don't think she thought about what could come of it, because I don't think she expected to have a mugshot go nationwide for such a bad act.
Should have been smarter.
And she should have been a lot smarter. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know, but I'm going to tell you that anytime you're depending on someone else to buy you a ticket to go back home to visit your family, whatever it is she wanted to do, you can't blame the boyfriend for that. You know, sister, get a job. Do whatever you need.
How stupid is this woman? Like, I just think about how stupid she is. She wasted $5,000 on the guy's credit card. How much was the plane ticket? $300 bucks?
Right.
Just buy the ticket and be over with it.
Be done.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you're saying. I'm just laughing at her stupidity. It's absurd, you know. But you lesson learned. Yeah. Hey, we're looking at her. She has a mugshot. She has these charges now.
What about him? Should he have left the hold on there? Is there any blame on him for lifting the hold, knowing that she had the credit card?
I don't know. I think that he maybe lifted the hold thinking I'll get my card back. I know she's got it. She sees that it's blocked. Maybe she'll calm down. I don't know how much time went between
He clearly knew that she was this crazy because he put the hold on it.
Clearly.
So why lift it?
And here we are. Are they still together? That's what I want to know.
I know. Why?
Can I just, to go back to like How I Met Your Mother, she's not attractive enough to be that crazy.
Oh, Tam.
Wait a minute.
You got to balance that out.
Let's not go there. Yeah.
Stop him.
Well, if I pick it up, I'm going to have to hit him, and I don't want to go to jail tonight, so we're just going to leave
now
it there.
that would be a show.
Whoa,
that's the show I want.
I'm trying to avoid this mugshot if I'm being out on air, so I won't. All right, from Netflix pulling episodes of Chelsea Handler's talk show to sex strikes. We're talking about it all here on Fox 5's Like It or Not when we come back.
Tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me